Right now, 45 million square kilometres of ocean heat is pushing directly into Australia, and what is about to hit this country over the next 7 days will catch thousands of people completely off guard. If you live in Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane, Perth, Adelaide, Darwin, Hobart, or anywhere in between, the next 60 seconds could change how you prepare for this week. Stay with me because at the 5-minute mark, I am going to reveal exactly which city faces the most dangerous conditions and the one thing you absolutely must do before Thursday. But first, here is a number that should stop you in your tracks. The national average temperature right now is sitting at 22.5 degrees Celsius. Sounds comfortable, right? Now here is the twist. That number is hiding an insane gap. While Melbourne is cruising at 25 degrees, Alice Springs is absolutely cooking at 40 degrees. That is a 15-degree difference happening on the same continent at the same time. And the humidity, it swings from 44% in the desert all the way up to 88% in the tropical north. Two completely different worlds separated by a single country. Now, before I break down every major city, drop a comment right now telling me where you are watching from. Your city, your town, your region. I read every single comment and I will reply with a specific forecast tailored to your area. Do it now while you are thinking about it. Let us start where most of Australia is watching from. Sydney. The harbour city is sitting in that classic mid-February sweet spot. Daytime temperatures between 25 and 28 degrees. Overnight, a comfortable 19 to 20. Sounds perfect, does it not? Here is what most people do not realise. Sydney is about to cop 86 millimetres of rain this month, packed into just 5 to 8 days. And when those storms hit, they do not mess around. We are talking skies going pitch black in 10 minutes flat, absolute buckets of rain for 30 to 60 minutes, and then sunshine like nothing happened. These are classic afternoon thunderstorms. They build fast, they dump hard, and they vanish. Winds averaging 24 kilometres per hour will push those beautiful northeasterly sea breezes through Bondi and Manly. But here is the critical warning. The ultraviolet index at midday is at extreme levels. This is not a suggestion. Sunscreen, hat, sunglasses, every single day. No exceptions. Here is the timing you need for Sydney. Morning conditions are typically clear and warm. The storms build between 1 and 3 in the afternoon as the heat peaks. The heaviest downpours hit between 3 and 5 in the evening. By 6 or 7, skies are clearing again. So if you are planning outdoor activities, get them done in the morning. The afternoons belong to the storms. Now here is where things get interesting. Do not skip ahead because what is happening in Melbourne right now is genuinely wild. Melbourne, the city famous for 4 seasons in one day. And mid-February is when that reputation gets pushed to the absolute limit. Average temperatures range from 15 degrees overnight to 25 during the day. Cooler than Sydney, sure. But here is the plot twist that catches people every single year. When hot northerly winds blow down from the inland deserts, Melbourne can rocket from 25 degrees to over 40 degrees in a matter of hours. Then, bang, a cold front slams in from the Southern Ocean and the temperature nosedives below 20 degrees before dinner. That is a 20-degree swing in a single afternoon. I am not exaggerating. This happens regularly, and it could happen any day this week. Rainfall looks low on paper, only about 3 proper rain days for the whole month. But when Melbourne storms hit, they bring thunder, lightning, gusty winds, and hail. Hailstorms in Melbourne during summer have caused millions of dollars in damage to cars and property. If you are in Melbourne, pack sunscreen and a jacket in the same bag. You will need both before the day is done. Here is the timing. The heat spikes usually start building by mid-morning as the northerly winds arrive. Peak temperatures hit between 1 and 4 in the afternoon. The cold front typically barrels in during the late afternoon or early evening, and within 2 hours, temperatures can plummet by 20 degrees. If you feel that hot northerly wind picking up in the morning, that is your signal. A dramatic change is coming later that day. Be ready for it. Now, remember I said I would reveal the most dangerous city at the 5-minute mark? We are almost there. But first, let me take you somewhere that will shock you. Brisbane, the River City. And right now, it is drowning, not figuratively, almost literally. Mid-February, Brisbane is posting daytime temperatures of 28 to 31 degrees. That alone is manageable, but the humidity is sitting at 80%. When you combine 30 degrees with 80% humidity, your body feels like it is 40 degrees. It is the kind of heat that hits you like a wall the second you step outside. And the rain, 172 millimetres this month, spread across more than 20 rain days out of 28. That means it is raining almost every single day. This is the tail end of the monsoon season, and enormous amounts of moisture are being pushed down the Queensland coast. Sea temperatures are peaking at 27 degrees, the warmest all year, which is gorgeous for swimming. But the wet season also brings stingers and marine hazards closer to shore. Always swim between the flags. Here is your survival tip for Brisbane. Drink water constantly. The combination of heat and humidity will drain your body faster than you think. Dehydration creeps up on you, especially if you are not used to tropical conditions. Now, the 5-minute reveal. The most dangerous conditions in Australia right now belong to Alice Springs. And here is why. Alice Springs is recording average daily maximums of 35 degrees, but it regularly pushes to 40. And during extreme events, it soars past 42 to 45 degrees. Overnight, it barely drops below 22. The landscape does not even get a chance to cool down before the sun hammers it again the next morning. But here is the truly dangerous part. The humidity is rock bottom. Your sweat evaporates instantly. That sounds comfortable, but it is actually life-threatening because you cannot feel how much fluid you are losing. Dehydration and heat stroke are genuine medical emergencies for anyone in the inland right now. If you are anywhere near Alice Springs, Uluru or Kings Canyon, carry at least 3 to 4 litres of water per person per day. Avoid being outdoors between 11 in the morning and 3 in the afternoon. Tell someone your travel plans. This is not dramatic advice. This saves lives every summer. But here is the silver lining that makes it worth it. The night sky over Alice Springs right now is one of the most breathtaking sights on Earth. Bone-dry air, zero light pollution, crystal clear visibility. The Milky Way stretched across that desert sky will stay with you forever. Do not miss the next section because what is happening in Darwin right now makes everything I have just described look mild. Darwin, the top end, the absolute peak of the tropical wet season, daytime temperatures hitting 32 to 36 degrees, humidity above 80%. The apparent temperature, what it actually feels like on your skin, reaches 42 to 45 degrees on the worst days, and nighttime offers almost no relief. Temperatures rarely drop below 25 degrees. Rain in Darwin in February is a daily event. Literally every afternoon brings a spectacular thunderstorm. A single storm can dump 50 to 100 millimetres in under an hour. That is more rain than Adelaide receives in an entire month, falling in 60 minutes. Total February rainfall in Darwin typically exceeds 300 millimetres and can push past 400. And here is the critical alert. This is peak tropical cyclone season. Cyclonic systems can form over the Timor Sea or the Arafura Sea and track towards the Northern Territory coast. Keep a close eye on warnings from the Bureau of Meteorology. Download the app if you have not already. But here is something most people do not know. Despite how intense the conditions sound, the top end during the wet season is one of the most spectacular places on Earth. Thundering waterfalls in Kakadu National Park, floodplains teeming with millions of migratory birds, and those incredible lightning shows that turn the sky into a natural fireworks display every single evening. Here is the timing breakdown for Darwin that you need to know. Morning storms are rare. The heat builds through the morning, humidity climbs through midday, and by 2 to 3 in the afternoon, those massive cumulonimbus clouds start towering overhead. By 4 in the afternoon, the sky opens up. The heaviest rain hits between 4 and 6 in the evening. By 8 or 9 at night, it usually clears, leaving steamy, warm conditions overnight. That pattern repeats almost every single day through mid-February. Plan your outdoor activities for the morning. Get inside by early afternoon. That is the rhythm of Darwin right now. Now, let me take you to the driest place in Australia right now, and the contrast will blow your mind. Perth, the most isolated capital city in the world. And in February, it is a coastal desert paradise. Total rainfall for the entire month, 9 millimetres across 2 rain days. 2. Perth in February is pure sunshine from dawn to dusk, endless blue skies and dry heat that wraps around you like a warm blanket. Daytime temperatures sit between 30 and 35 degrees, sometimes jumping to 38 or 40 when desert winds blow in. But every afternoon, the legendary Fremantle Doctor arrives. That beautiful cool sea breeze rolls in off the Indian Ocean between midday and 3 in the afternoon, sweeping through the city and dropping temperatures noticeably. It is one of nature's greatest gifts to Perth residents. Adelaide. The festival city. Mediterranean climate at its finest. Daytime highs of 26 to 29 degrees, overnight lows of 17 to 19, clear blue skies, dry golden warmth, and just 18 millimetres of rain for the entire month. If you want the best weather in Australia right now with the least chance of rain, Adelaide is your answer. But watch out for those heat spikes. When hot northerly winds push down from the deserts, temperatures can rocket past 40 degrees for a day or two. These heat waves are brutal but short-lived, Canberra. The bush capital. Big temperature swings are the story here. Daytime highs of 28 to 32 degrees, but overnight the mercury can plunge to 12 to 15. That is a swing of up to 18 degrees in a single day. Mornings feel cool, lunchtime is blazing, and by evening you are reaching for a jumper again. Afternoon thunderstorms can pop up, but generally the weather is pleasant and perfect for exploring. And finally, the escape hatch. Tasmania. If you are sick of the heat, Hobart is sitting at a beautiful 20 to 23 degrees during the day, dropping to a fresh 10 to 13 overnight. Clean, crisp air, no extreme heat, no oppressive humidity, just gorgeous temperate conditions perfect for bushwalking through Cradle Mountain, exploring Wineglass Bay, or enjoying fresh seafood and world-class wine. Now let me give you the inland picture that most forecasts completely ignore. Western Queensland is posting 38 to 42 degrees with cracked earth and red dust. Inland South Australia around the Lake Eyre Basin is pushing past 40 degrees, sometimes hitting an absolutely staggering 45 to 48. And inland New South Wales from Broken Hill to Bourke is recording 33 to 38 degrees. Meanwhile, parts of eastern New South Wales along the Great Dividing Range are receiving extraordinary rainfall, with some areas recording over 600 millimetres in February alone. That contrast within a single state is remarkable. Here is a detail that will surprise you. Sea surface temperatures around Australia right now are averaging 23.3 degrees Celsius. That is warm enough to fuel these massive storm systems, warm enough for perfect beach conditions along most of the coastline, and warm enough to keep cyclone risk elevated across the entire northern coastline. The ocean is the engine driving everything you are seeing on land right now. And at the Lake Eyre Basin in inland South Australia, annual rainfall averages just 150 millimetres for the entire year. That is less than 13 millimetres per month. But in rare years when monsoonal rains push far enough south, Lake Eyre fills with water and becomes Australia's largest lake, attracting millions of migratory birds. Whether that happens this February depends entirely on how the monsoon plays out over the coming weeks. The northwest coast of Western Australia around Coral Bay is scorching on land at 35 to 42 degrees. But step into the water and you are greeted by the magnificent Ningaloo Reef. Sea temperatures of 27 to 29 degrees, crystal clear water, and some of the best snorkeling on the planet right off the beach. Here is what you need to do right now. If you are in the southern cities like Adelaide, Perth or Melbourne, pack sunscreen and a light jacket in the same bag. If you are heading anywhere tropical like Darwin or Brisbane, drink water constantly and carry an umbrella. If you are going inland, take the heat warning seriously. Carry 3 to 4 litres of water per person per day minimum. And no matter where you are in Australia right now, the ultraviolet index is ferocious. SPF 50 plus sunscreen is not optional. It is essential. One more thing. Drop a comment below with your location. I will personally respond with a detailed forecast for your specific area, including exactly when rain is expected, when heat peaks will hit, and what you need to prepare for. I read every single comment. And in the next video, I am going to reveal something that the major forecasts are not talking about yet. There is a weather system forming right now that could dramatically change conditions across 3 states by the end of February. Which states? You will have to watch the next one to find out. Make sure you are following so you do not miss it. Stay safe out there, Australia. Check the Bureau of Meteorology app daily. Look after your neighbours, especially anyone elderly or living alone during these heat events. And drink water. More